Hey everybody, I have a little Hobby Lobby haul to share with you guys, just to show you guys some of the cool stuff that was on sale and talk about the sale that I stumbled upon at Hobby Lobby. So I haven't been to a craft store in quite a while, probably I think since before Christmas, and I really didn't have any intentions of doing any craft shopping right now because it's just stuff I'm going to have to pack to move. But I wanted to get some paint for a DIY canvas wall art project that I'm going to be working on. So I needed to go in and get some paints. And I saw on their on the app, on the sale, weekly sales, that the acrylic paints, they had some on sale. So first of all, that's what I went and got. I went and got myself a bunch of just basic craft acrylic paints, the Americana acrylic paints. They are $1.19 and they were 30% off. So I've got these 12 by 12 canvases that I bought. I've got 4 of them. And then I have a 12-inch mandala stencil. And I wanted to do some kind of little mixed media type canvases for home decor. These are pretty much the colors that we're going to be decorating with in our living room. I mean, really just like this green, this blue, grays, some neutral tans and browns. I figured this was a good little mix of colors to work on the canvas. So yeah, the 30% off of $1.19 made them really, really inexpensive. And then this wasn't on sale. I got a little artist palette with a lid, because I don't really have a palette. And I figured with a lid that would maybe help me not waste as much paint. So this was $1.29. I'm going to go ahead and scoot this stuff out of the way. And while I was looking at the artist supplies, like the actual, artist grade acrylic paints and canvases and stuff, they had a lot of stuff marked down. I found the modeling paste I like to use for texture, and I got 4 jars of it, and it's 2 different kinds. This one is just smooth, glossy smooth, and this one is fine grain. And if you can kind of see in there where it's a little bit gritty and sandy, I kind of like that texture once it dries. So I got 2 each, and as you can see, they were marked down from $7.99 to $1.99. So I found out, just browsing through the store, they have a lot of 75% off items. And they're not just limited to the clearance aisle. They're just scattered throughout the store. So there were yellow tags everywhere. So I got my paint, my texture paste, and my palette for my art project. And then I got some stuff for paper crafting I'm going to show. I make a lot of Christmas cards. I like to do Christmas card swaps, so I'm always looking for things I can use for Christmas cards, and the cheaper the better. So they have a lot of their woodblock rubber stamps marked down. And I found this one. This was a good Christmas card sentiment. It says, "May the spirit of the season warm your heart all year long." And it was $1.75. It was originally $6.99. So can't beat that. And then also over by the texture paste and the artist supplies, I found this little thing. And it's a texture paint roller. And it's the perfect width for like an artist trading card or a pocket letter card or just a greeting card or a small paper crafting mixed media type project. And again, it's 75% off, marked down from $3.99 to 99 cents. So I grabbed that because I thought that might come in handy. And then I got some of these little doilies. I like to use these on artist trading cards, greeting cards, things like that. I figured for Christmas colors, this is kind of a little bit more of a spring green, but I like this. I like kind of unusual colors with my holiday cards, but the red, the silver, the gold, definitely. This kind of green, I thought, I've seen this in Christmas decor, so I'm going to use this on the cards. This too. These are all for Christmas cards, so again, 75 cents marked down from $2.99. And the last and best bargain, I got 2 sets of dies. Elaborate sets of dies. This is a Sizzix Thinlits die set of dies to make this really fancy 3D flip fold card. So you get all the dies to make the card, and then it comes with the instructions. And I mean, you don't have to use these dies to make this exact card. Like this little snowflake edging, they've got these individual little tiny snowflakes, the sentiments, the hope piece, Noel, and then I think there's one down here that says joy. You know, you can use these for other things, but I really kind of like the idea of that card, and that's going to be fun to play around with. But yeah, I mean, marked down from $19.99 to $5. Even if I only end up using some of the dies independently and don't really make this fancy card, that's still a deal. And then the other one I got, which is really cool, is this another set of 5 dies, marked down from $22.99 to $5.75. And these are just little elaborate, like filigree squares of stylized snowflakes. And you get 2 small ones, 2 mediums, and 1 big one. And you can see what they've done here on the example. They've taken some blue watercolor, and they've taken the die cut in the white and like basically framed it over it. And that's a really, really pretty, I think, effect. So that's something I'm definitely going to be using to make Christmas cards with, and I probably am going to be using that effect a lot with the watercolor and the die cut over it, and then possibly like some specialty paper, like some velvet paper, maybe with a silver die cut over it. But yeah, I mean, $22.99 marked down to $5.75. So it was like the day of the bargains at Hobby Lobby. And like I said, the discounts aren't just on the clearance aisle this time or the clearance wall this time. They're scattered throughout the whole store. Just look for the yellow tags if you shop at Hobby Lobby and manage to get over to one. They had a lot of markdowns in paper crafting. They had a lot of markdowns in the artist supplies. They had some of the acrylic paints, the artist grade acrylic paints in tubes marked down. They had some of the artist grade paint brushes marked down. They had a lot of this mixed media kind of stuff. They had some liquid watercolors marked down. They had some paint pens marked down. I mean, if I were just there, you know, had more of a budget to shop, just to shop, I would have come home with 4 or 5 times more than this. But I had a budget to stick to, and B, I was there for a purpose to get my paint. But had I just been there to shop, man, I could have had a massive haul. So those of y'all that like to buy craft supplies on the cheap, get yourself to Hobby Lobby. Even if you do more art than craft, get yourself to Hobby Lobby, because some of the paints and paintbrushes and stuff were a really good bargain. So that is my haul, and I will talk to you guys again later.